Welcome dear students in my course named Determinant of Quality of Life. Today's topic we will cover choosing and acquiring values for improving of self, society and nature. Content of this module is foundations of value systems, values for self-improvement, values for societal transformation, values for societal transformation and integration and practices, and last is learning outcomes. Learning objectives of this module is this session aims to explore the philosophical, environmental and sociological dimension of peace and how harmony with nature and people can lead to sustainable living, social stability and a healthier planet. Understand the core concept of peace and harmony in various contexts, that is the philosophical, environmental and social. Analyze the importance of establishing peace both with nature and among people. Discuss strategies to foster peace and harmony at individual, community and global perspectives. Reflect on how peace with nature and people can contribute to sustainable development. Foundations of value system. What are values? Values are deeply held beliefs or ideas that guide behavior, influence choices and determine priorities. They act as internal compasses that shape perception of what is good, desirable and worthwhile. Values are abstract concepts but have concrete implications for our decision and action. For example, valuing honesty means acting truthfully even when it is inconvenient. Types of values. First, personal values is located as a internal principles guiding individual choices, that is the integrity and ambition of the people. Example, a researcher who values curiosity will engage more deeply in scientific inquiry. Social values shared by groups or societies. Example, justice and equality. Example is promoting inclusivity in education reflects the social value of equality. Types of values. My next type is environmental or ecological values. Concern with respect for nature and sustainability, that is conservation and stewardship. Example, recycling shows commitment to environmental responsibility. Instrumental versus terminal values, that is mean to achieve ends, that is honesty and responsibility. Terminal, desire and state. Example, peace, freedom and well-being. Value acquisition and development. How will the value acquisition and development take place? By the family and upbringing, that is the source of value formation. Early life role models shape foundational values from childhood. Education. Education is the source of value formation. By formal education encourages critical thinking on ethical matters. Source of value formation by culture and religion provide frameworks for value orientation. Life experiences. Personal challenges often redefine value priorities. Theoretical foundation by Kohlberg Moral Development Theory. values evolves through cognitive moral states, that is from pre-conventional to post-conventional reasoning. Schwartz value theory identifies 10 universal values across culture, that is benevolence, self-direction, etc. Values for self-improvement. How values work for self-improvement. By this, we first discuss about role of values in personal development. Definition about values in personal development. Personal development refers to the conscious pursuit of growth in skills, behaviors, and ethics to reach one's full potential. As explanation, values like perseverance, integrity, and accountability influence how we learn, how we interact, and how we adapt. For postgraduate students, aligning personal goals with meaningful values leads to deeper motivation and ethical conduct. Psychological perspective of the values. We discuss about Maslow hierarchy of needs. Values shift with evolving need from safety to self-actualization. That start with biological need and then safety to self-actualization. Example, a student seeking knowledge of self-actualization is values intellectual freedom. Psychological perspective on values. We discuss in the theory of Carl Rogers' humanistic theory, that is the self-concept and values congruence are vital for mental well-being. Incongruence, when action contradicts core values, can lead to internal conflicts. Emotional intelligence, being aware of controlling and expressing emotions in alignment with values, that is empathy and patience. Academic and professional ethics. First, we discuss the definition of ethics. Ethics in academia refers to the principles that govern honest and responsible scholarship. Key values of personal ethics is integrity, avoiding plagiarism, ensuring transparency in research for the research scholar. Curiosity motivates innovation and critical thinking. Discipline, managing time, meeting deadlines, and staying committed to academic goals. Values for societal transformation, that include the civic and social values. First, we discuss the definition of social values. Social values support the functioning and improvement of society. They govern how individuals relate to others within a community. Core value of civic and social values is equality, that is the fair treatment regardless of background. Compassion, understanding and responding to need of others. Justice, advocacy for right and fairness. Application of the civic and social values is are volunteering for social causes or working in underserved areas demonstrate civic responsibility. Ethical leadership. Now, first we discuss the definition of ethical leadership. Ethical leadership involves influencing others for adhering to core ethical principles. Model of the ethical leadership is transformational leadership, that is focuses on vision, change and empowerment. Servant leadership is prioritized the needs of others, especially marginalized groups. Example, Gandhi's views on non-violence as a societal values, and Malala Yousafzai's role is education and gender equality as driving values. Values for ecological sustainability. Environmental values system. First we discuss the definition of anthropocentrism, that is the human-centered view of nature. Ecocentrism is nature-centered ethical framework. Deep ecology promotes the inherent worth of all living beings regardless of utility. Explanation about the environmental values system. Value system define how individuals and societies relate to environment and influence sustainability choices. Key environmental values is stewardship, caring for the planet and guardian, not owner. Intergenerational equity is leaving resources for future generations. Sufficiency and simplicity is reducing consumptions and valuing sustainability over profits. Real world example is Chipko movement, that is the community-led forest conservation in India rooted in ecological values. You all know about the Chipko movement, that the people labs in forest tree in their lab and protect the tree from cutting. Fridays for Future, youth-led climate action movement emphasizing global responsibility. United Nations SDGs Sustainable Development Goals, that is the 17 goals underpinned by values like peace, prosperity and planetary health. Integration and practices. Holistic value alignment. Concept of holistic value alignment is sustainable improvement of involving harmonizing values across the personal, societal and environmental dimension. Framework of this holistic value alignment is triple bottom line, that are people, planet and profit. System thinking, viewing the world as interconnected. Ethical decision making model. First we discuss about the definition of ethical decision making model, that is the processes that integrate values and logic to choose the most ethical course of action. Models of ethical decision making is utilitarianism, that is maximize overall good. Deontological ethics focus on duty and rights. Virtue ethics emphasizes moral character. Tool for ethical decision making model is decision matrix, weigh action by ethical impact on stakeholders. Learning outcomes of this module is, by the end of this module, student will be able to comprehend the meaning and classification of values, recognize the role of values in personal, societal and ecological context, analyze values, conflicts and ethical dilemmas through case-based reasoning, create a personal value framework aligned with sustainable development. Thank you.